It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs. Continues its coverage.
And the Baltimore Ravens. Playoff football has arrived. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, partner, best time of the year. It starts with Super Wild Card Weekend, 3 days, 6 games, and this matchup as good as any of them.
Yeah, and really, it's so funny, Mike. We watch these regular season games all year, and it just seems like there's no way the intensity and the competitive spirit could ever be higher. But there is just something different about playoff football in the NFL. You can feel it in...
The first of 3 on this fine Sunday. It is Super Wild Card Weekend, and off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here comes the Denver offense, set to take over for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
Going on the road in the playoffs, Mike, it's daunting for any quarterback, let alone a rookie. But if there's one thing this guy has shown all year, it's the fact that not only is he resilient, but nothing appears to ever faze him. Getting your team to the tournament in your first year, it's a massive accomplishment in its own right, but I don't think he's done yet. He expects to walk into this stadium in a hostile environment and come away with the win. And there's one thing this season has showed us is don't put anything past this guy. And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And he'll work his way down to about the 4. Good coverage there. To the air on third down is McCarthy. That's complete. It's McLaughlin. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And that's just a tough way to finish off what was a good opening drive. And obviously, as a kicker, you have to have a short memory. But you can bet he'll be thinking about that one the rest of the way.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. Jackson now to throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Jackson fires complete to Flowers. His first catch of the wild card game. And good for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
This one complete to Bateman. And that'll go 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Side and caught by Flowers. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson up top again. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and it'll bring up second down. In motion comes Andrews. Again, it's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. To the air one more time with Jackson. That is caught. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here.
And he'll take it on in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Super Wild Card Weekend. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. He fields it at the 8. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense going to take over now for the second time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. McCarthy going to look to throw again. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
He's got it to the tight end, Dulcich.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
McCarthy to the air on second down. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
A give, and here comes Williams. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Broncos. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
That ties the game at 7.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Justice Hill to return. Yeah! The Ravens offense ready for their 2nd possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Another run here. Another run by Swift. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 1.
They'll run, and here's the rookie from Michigan. He will have a Ravens 1st down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the option, it's Swift, and he gets this up close to the 40. Alex Singleton, they're on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
In motion comes Andrews. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The key to this play here, Mike, is the anticipation of the snap. Watch how he's able to time the center, and when that ball moves, he hits it. Gets through into the backfield, and he brings the quarterback down before the receivers even got out of their breaks.
To return, it's Mims. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Broncos offense back onto the field for their next possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the 1st quarter. And at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. On play action, here's McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He's got his man. He finds Sutton. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. And he'll go down back at the 4.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your...
That one, taken in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Denver. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense ready to get back to work. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Now Lamar going to hang on to it. Oh. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick 1st down.
When this offense is really Jackson running the football, he is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
Off the play fake, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. Play action now. Jackson going up top and looking for Flowers.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. And what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and If you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
It's the tight end likely in motion. On third down, Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on third down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
On play action, here's Jackson. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do. And, man, the play-action pass just works off of that and could really lead to some chunk plays.
That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll motion over Flowers. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
We are all square, 14 apiece to score as this one's away. This taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense and Hollywood Brown ready for their next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That's complete. It's McLaughlin.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Broncos first down.
On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Dulcich now brought in motion. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
The Ravens offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Aguilar goes off in motion. Now, faking the give. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. They'll motion over Flowers. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. What can they do here on third down and 7? In motion comes Andrews. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
The throw on the run is complete.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
First and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And he'll be taken down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
To the goal line and in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore. And of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. At issue, did the ball cross the goal line? A reminder, it just needs to be the tip of the football just breaking the front of the plane where that white goal line begins. And it needs to be indisputable, which can sometimes be difficult with all those bodies in there. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. A return now from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. They'll begin first and 10. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 38-yard line.
They'll go again with Swift. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. Here's 3rd and 2. Now it's Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. They'll motion over Flowers. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That one knocked away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Jackson now on 2nd down, and they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. In motion comes Andrews. On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Again, it's Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. To the air one more time with Jackson. He's got it at the 3.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll try to run with Swift, and this time he's in. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Ravens. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And they'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. The visitors' offense going to take over just before the half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. Now a deep ball looking for Brown.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
So we are at halftime here in the AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. We had 2 great games yesterday, and we're just getting started here. The first of 3 more on this wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you 2 in just a moment. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. And Zach Allen there on the tackle. 2nd and 7. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson fires complete to Flowers. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And this is not what they were hoping for. He is out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that's going to bring up 4th down. Ravens sending the punt team out there, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The visitors' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He's got it to the tight end, Dulcich. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. To throw is McCarthy. He connects with Mims. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down. On the option, here's Williams. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That is brought in, and he will go all the way. Marvin Mims, touchdown Broncos. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos are back to within 7. It's 28-21. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 32-yard line.
Aguilar goes off in motion. Off the play fake. Jackson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen. Ravens bring their punt team out. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now McCarthy finds his tight end Dulcich. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They send Sutton in motion. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. Got it into the hands of Mims. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A run now with McLaughlin. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Denver 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
That's complete. It's McLaughlin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. In trouble, and he's gonna be taken down. Roquan Smith, the one who gets in there and takes him down. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll take a shot with Mims. That is going to be full in. He's got it. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here comes Hill on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this 3rd quarter, and it's 1st and 10. Now Swift. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Third down and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
From the gun, Jackson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Taken at the 19. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw, it's McCarthy. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. Here's the fullback, Ricard. And that's going to be shut down quickly. He'll get this one only up to about the 2. Now give to Corum, running right. Oh, got to be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster.
It's now 3rd and 9.
They'll try to power ahead with Ricard.
Brought down, that is on the 6-yard line. A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
We're all set to kick this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Javonte Williams heading out with the Broncos for their next drive. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Quickly to the outside and complete.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this 3rd quarter has come to an end. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Pistol formation with Jackson. He's going to keep it himself and mark him down up beyond the 30.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson gonna keep it himself. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Raven 1st down.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the option, it's Swift, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. Bateman is the motion man. Play action now. Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And he will not make it to the end zone, but he's down inside the 5-yard line.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They're able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
They'll run with Swift, and he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. A little closer. Here's second and goal. Here's Jackson. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Ravens will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Drive begins with a run by Williams. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. We'll try again here. Second and 10. They'll go again with Williams. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Off-balance throw. It's complete. A pickup there of 13. First down, Broncos.
Defense, you find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
The catch made there by Sutton. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. We'll come to the line now on second and 2. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
There's that man again. Another catch. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. To throw is McCarthy. Here's a screen set up to Williams. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On play action, here's Jackson. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And now the punting unit will come on as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the give, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result. Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Denver first down. Contact up front, Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. In trouble, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's McCarthy. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it. Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Another run here, another run by Swift. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the give, here's Swift. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it right, and here's Cora. Third and 6. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Still 3rd down.
So now, following the penalty, they're only going to need a yard. It is 3rd and 1. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Won't have a long time to celebrate this one. Let's get right back to work for the divisional round. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.